better when you're closer. Let me just see. Yeah, you guys definitely stay on the yellow, then you know you're in the right spot. Okay, I'm out of it now, and you guys can talk to each other.
I've had several private students coming from Calgary high schools with all sorts of different goals in their trumpet playing. Some have wanted to work towards pursuing a career in music. Others have just been looking for personal enrichment and all sorts of things. And not only teaching them like how to approach practicing and all the nitty gritty of what we do to become really great professional musicians, but also for some of the other students, just teaching them to appreciate music, like teaching them how to listen to things and exposing them to music that they may have never heard before. I once played The Rite of Spring, a recording of The Rite of Spring for a student who had never heard it before. And I'll never forget the look on his face.
Yeah.
He had no idea that it could be like that.
Be that cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
You remember that feeling in
I remember
yourself,
that.
right?
Yeah. I remember what that was like when I was younger too. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fantastic, and I had the pleasure actually just before Christmas, and now when I arrived this week, to go around and see different ensembles and also visit some high schools, because I wanted to know the level. Where are the kids coming from, and what are they doing, and how are they playing? And I have to say, I'm really impressed. There are some really good programs in town.
There are a number of Calgarians in our orchestra, which surprises me because, like we were saying, you have to audition in so many different places, and you just go where you get a job.
Yeah.
We have many Calgarians, people that grew up here, watching the orchestra and are in the orchestra now.
That's nice. They want to be here. Yeah.
Well, Stephanie is one. Stephanie and Arthur.
Yeah.
Adriana.
Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold.
Patrick.
Arnold. That's right.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah.
And that means there's good programs.
Absolutely.
And good teachers.
Yeah.
No, I was surprised how many programs there was. Every time I come, I try to go to a new place to see just what is there and show some interest in our future generation.
And then there are programs like Phil Kids, and you have kids who wouldn't have the opportunity necessarily to be playing these instruments. And I know it's a program that's still in its kind of young years. Before coming to Calgary, I worked in the program in Edmonton, and there are a couple of young people from that program who are now playing in the Edmonton Youth Orchestra and studying with the concertmaster of the Edmonton Symphony. And it's amazing to see how, just given the instrument and the opportunity and the support, how much they can grow and how amazing of musicians they can be.
And I think this is why it's so important for me that we actually get the kids to play, because I think some of them, many parents probably think it doesn't matter, it will be fine or something like this. But I think if you have that musical background, it doesn't matter if you want to be professional or not. It's just to have something in your heart and in your soul that you can't teach that in any other way than doing music. That's a wonderful thing. There's a lot
to be learned that way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, it's stuff like that, which is a huge part of the reason I'm in music, because you need to make it be fun. There are some kids who will just naturally be drawn to music and instrument in isolation, but then there are kids who want to have that social aspect and have it be fun and a team activity. And when you're younger, sometimes you just have to have it be a more holistic thing as well, and before you can appreciate it on a deeper level. So you're just a kid, you want to have fun.
And as a kid, I don't think you always appreciate how important that early instruction is. I mean, I played violin when I was very little, and I had really lovely teachers. But my first trumpet teacher, when I was in high school, I knew at the time that it was a guy who knew what he was doing, was a good teacher, really thoughtful, gave me a lot of his time and a lot of his care. It wasn't until I was a professional, and really as I got 5-10 years into playing, that I really started understanding just the quality of instruction that I was getting when I was in high school from my private teacher, and realizing how important that was in setting me on the path that I find myself on.
And what I find so interesting is that still, I mean, I have teachers from young age and up to musical studies that said things to me that I didn't catch at the time, but suddenly now we can be on stage and we are playing, and suddenly it comes to me, aha, that was what he meant, something like this. So they kind of these really great teachers, they plant some seeds that comes when you need them.
A teacher can't make you better,
No.
right? A teacher can open doors
Yeah,
and
of course,
plant
yeah,
seeds, and
yes,
it's up to
yes,
you
yeah.
to walk through those doors
Yeah.
and to cultivate those
That's-
seeds,
That's
because
a good way
that's
of putting it.
yeah.
I've never quite known how to put it.
Yeah, no, that's